Good morning. There's a misconception where what we deem independence. There's a very big misconception here. I'm an independent woman. Just because you pay your own bond, you pay your own car, does not make you independent. You are really not independent. What are you independent from? If we may ask you that question. You are paying for your bond because you need a shelter to stay in. You're paying a car because you need a mode of transport to take you from point A to B. You fill in that fuel tank because the car will not move as when it's empty. You buy your own food because you need to eat. You do your own hair because you chose a particular look that you want to portray. You do your own nails because that's what you like. You pay for your own dates because you love spending time with yourself. You pay school fees because you've got responsibilities to do. But that does not make you independent. Because honestly speaking, if we are to ask you, what are you independent from? Maybe the response would be, I'm independent because I do it myself. But who was supposed to do it for you, by the way? Who was supposed to do it for you? Not because you're married and somebody has to do it for you. Marriage was not meant for that. Anyway, before we get to what marriage was meant for, let's pack it for another day. As independent as you think you are because of your financial status, you, however, still not independent from social cohesion. You're still not independent from human validation. You're still not independent from relating to people. You're still not independent from being validated by the next person, being it your partner, your wife, or your husband. You're still not independent to fulfill your emotional obligations by yourself. So when we say people are independent, we're not speaking of logistical issues in order to make a quality life out of our lives. No. It's got nothing to do with that. And one of the things that make the independent women to become so difficult is just because you guys are stepping in on taking care of yourself, there's a level of arrogance that we attach to it. Nah. And over time, as we progress with this umbrella called independence, and age is catching up with us, our desperate measures are coming through. Our desperate pleas are coming through. Hence, we get to a point of buying men cars. We're giving them money to marry us. We buy ourselves gifts and lie to the public and say, "Re reketse ke banna." Because at the time when you were supposed to have your manners in place and understand that when you are stepping in terms of taking care of yourself, it does not make you immune to relating to people. You are not going to have that arrogance in your character simply because when you pay for your own things. See, time has got a manner in which it's able to humble people. But Mina, why I'm saying and I'm making this video is to now say to a fellow young lady that is entering the job market in the early 20s, late 20s or early 30s, that do not be fooled by this so-called I can pay for my car. You see that car that you are paying for now, believe you me, you'll have more than a number of men, more than 10 men getting in that car and getting off, simply because if you're going to bring that narrative here or when you are independent, guess what? They will take what they take and they will go. And they will always choose to settle for a woman who's in touch with the feminine side. And feminine side not because they are dependent financially or they're not able to do things for themselves, but simply because their manners are in place. Don't fall for that thing. Don't fall for that thing. You pay for your car because you need it to get you from one point to another. You pay for your house because you need a shelter to stay in. You fill in your fuel tank because it will not move if it's empty. You buy yourself food, otherwise you'll starve to death. But it does not make you independent. Nah. You still need other people in order to fulfill what we call life's purpose. Without validation, believe you me, you are nothing. There's been an experiment that was once done with 2 infants. One, they were equally fed. They were equally given resources to survive on earth. The difference between these 2 infants was that this one, when they were crying, they could be cared for and nurtured. This one was never picked up. But however, this other one was fed, clothed, given all that we say are basic needs. But between the 2 infants, this one that was never touched, this one that was never given affection, did not make it. And it was not because of malnutrition. No, they were given equal amount of food. But the difference between these 2 infants was that this one never got to feel anything in terms of validation. This one never got any form of nurturing, not even a human touch. And the lack thereof killed this infant. So independent women, be careful of that narrative that you are carrying. You see, even these young ones still judge these ones that give men money for lobola. They still judge these ones that buy men car. Look, believe you me, it's not because they want to. At the time when they were supposed to have manners and know how to relate to men, they didn't have it within them. Now the clock is ticking. They're using all desperate measures. So if you are still entering into this job market or the financial market where you feel you are able to do things for yourself, don't gain monetary value and lose your humane value. You'll go far. Thank you.